Exuberant Zimbabweans greeted the swearing-in Friday of Emmerson Mnangagwa, the country's second leader since independence from white minority rule in 1980. Mnangagwa, fired earlier this month as vice president, will lead after the resignation of 93-year-old Robert Mugabe, who succumbed to pressure to quit from the military, the ruling party and massive demonstrations. Mnangagwa greeted the crowd of tens of thousands with a raised fist, and he promised to devote himself to the well-being of the people. Story continues below. Advertisement. Mnangagwa, a former Justice and Defense Minister, was a key Mugabe confidant for decades until they fell out because of the presidential ambitions of Mugabe's wife, Grace. Despite his long association with the government that has presided over Zimbabwe's decline, including economic collapse and human rights abuses, Mnangagwa has promised democracy and reached out to other countries for help. Mugabe was the world's oldest head of state when he quit Tuesday amid impeachment proceedings. In the end, he was isolated and showing few of the political skills that kept him in power for 37 years and made him a prominent but polarizing figure on the world stage. Mugabe was not attending Friday's swearing-in, and ruling party officials have said he will remain in Zimbabwe with their promise that he is safe and his legacy as a hero will stand after his fight for an independent Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe's state-run Herald newspaper reported that Mnangagwa assured Mugabe and his family of their maximum security. The report said the two men agreed Mugabe would not attend Friday because he needed time to rest. Some people ahead of the inauguration began to dance in the stadium stands. Banners erected in read "Dawn of a New Era" and "No to Retribution," even as human rights activists began to report worrying details of attacks on close allies of the former First Lady and their families. Mnangagwa has warned against vengeful retribution. Tendai Lasea held a small Zimbabwean flag as she sold drinks from a cooler outside the stadium. She said she would welcome a fresh start, saying life now is impossible. Elsewhere in the capital, long lines formed outside banks, a common sight in a nation struggling with cash shortages and other severe economic problems that the new president will have to confront. Story continues below. Advertisement. Right now, nothing has really changed for me. I still cannot get my money from the bank, said Amin Mutora, who had been in line since 6 a.m. Attending the inauguration will not bring food for my family, said Kelvin Fungi, a 19-year-old selling bananas from a cart. Many young people are well-educated but jobless, reduced to street vending to survive. Others have left the country. Elsewhere, there were signs of hope amid the uncertainty. Black market rates for cash have tumbled since Mugabe left office. Before he stepped down, one had to deposit $170 into a black market dealer's bank account to get $100 cash. On Friday, $100 cash was selling for between $140 and $150. As the inauguration crowd streamed by, Sharon Samuriwo sat on a ledge, watching. She said she hoped Mnangagwa would learn from the errors of his predecessor, and she acknowledged that the path ahead for Zimbabwe is unknown. Still, after 37 years, we've got someone different.